Hey guys, how are we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another YouTube video. So today I've got a few things to discuss. I'm going to talk first about where I think we are still in this short-term period, and then I'm going to talk about how I could be wrong and a few signs that potentially I could be wrong, but I'm still going to discuss all my thoughts again today. I'm going to go into it again. It's important because there's a lot going on out there, and we're in this period of potential volatility before what I think is going to be an explosive, expansive phase. I've been saying for weeks and months that I personally am in spot. I'm in 95% spot right now. I'm not really trading. I was thinking about trading yesterday a little bit, just banging shorts on to hedge like that. I think I'm obviously right to the short side, but not enough to move a lot of my portfolio there, because I know what comes out the back of the short is out of the back of this pullback is up only for a while, and I don't want to miss that on a 20% pullback. I'll sit through the 20% pullback and not miss the upside that I think is coming. But then yesterday I was looking for areas to potentially short, but then I'm conflicted on that as well, and that would be more of as a hedge in case in case I am right. I obviously think I am. That's why I keep writing about it. But everyone says put your money where your mouth is. But what I'm more certain about is that we go up after this short period. The reason I think we come down is that the reasons I've discussed, like gold going up, for example, oil starting to go up. We've got the election in a month's time, and if anyone's going to do anything before an election where we're potentially going to get a new party in charge, or even if not, whoever comes into power is probably going to try and make more of a solid stance. They've got months to do it. They've got a month to do it now. So that's what I'm really looking out for. Something just doesn't add up, and I've been saying this. There's a lot of open interest in the system. We're looking super bullish macro. The macro looks incredible. For risk assets, it's yeah, everyone's going to start printing. We've been saying that for a while, and now they're yeah, okay, China, for example, we're printing. The US, for example, monetary policy is loosening. Everyone following suit. The UK said, we're probably going to loosen before expected. All this sort of stuff's happening, yet price hasn't expanded. And if we look at the equity market, for example, it's teetering at highs, but it is struggling to break out any further. I just feel like, why are we not raging? Why are we not in a raging bull right now? Realistically, why are we not? Because everything's spelling out that we could be. Is it because of the election and people worried about that? I don't know. Or is there something else out there that's making people worried? For example, look at gold. Gold has lost its parabolic trend, meaning that people aren't as certain as they were that something potentially could be wrong, or at least it's priced in. But now it's just hovering around retracement levels, and it hasn't lost that low. And it's look at the RSI, it's pulled back. There's a lot of volume here. People are trading. They think this is probably averagely fair volume for gold. This thing looks like it could have a power up for another leg up, potentially. So there's that. Oil started to break out yesterday, didn't manage to do it, and then pulled back. Why? Is this because of it's obviously because of the Israel-Iran issues. But do people think yesterday's retaliation from Israel is all that's going to happen? I don't know if it is, and I don't know if that's what people think, but I'm just saying something just doesn't quite add up still. And that's all that I'm here saying, and that's the only reason I'm here shouting caution to you guys. DXY looks similar. It looks like it might break down. You could say this is a continuation pattern for a continued leg. This is where I did think we were going to reverse, and where I did think we'd get to. But again, with price action just chopping sideways and not really doing anything, it just makes me a little bit worried, especially with the amount of open interest in there. And that's the main reason that I'm talking about it, is because a lot of this price action has been pushed up through open interest. And if we had a complete flush out in open interest would bring us down to that 46 to 55k region. That's what I wrote about in the newsletter. Please go and check that out, absolutely free, theweeklyinsight.substack.com. I talk about my predictions for XRP in there as well, which are different, and that's another thing that's conflicting. But if we look at the liquidity pools on the 4-hourly, there's clearly a lot of liquidity down here at 46k. Clearly, you can a lot of people get liquidated here, and people have been closing some of their liquidity above. Look, as you can see, there are gaps here. There's a gap there where my cursor is, and a gap there. But then some more people have been adding to their short positions, which does give us more of a magnet higher. So Again, conflicted. It's not easy to say one way or another, which makes me lean bearish, because if it was easy to say one way or another and you're getting all the macro saying, yeah, basically like everything's looking good for us to go up, why the hell are we not going up? And that's my point for everybody. It's not like sitting here saying, oh, like definitely right, but I just think something's come in that's going to shock everybody. And it could be to the upside. If it's to the upside, fantastic. I'll sit here and say, oh, I was wrong, whatever. Well, I've made a lot of money because I'm all spot. Like, that's how the conversation will go. I'll hold my hands up and say, look, I'm wrong. But then I just feel like it's not to the upside because of the reasons that I'm saying and the gold accumulation, etc. So we've talked about the DXY. If we look at XRP, like, I think XRP looks different. I feel like it's had its flush out before others. It's lost a lot in open interest. We've had quite a lot of negative funding on the hourly. People accumulating spot look on these pullbacks and an accumulation of spot now. I think XRP is in a bottoming structure here. Doesn't mean that we couldn't have a further flush out a little bit further down if Bitcoin pulls back. No, of course we could, but that's just what I'm looking for XRP specifically. And I'm just going to talk about why and how I could be wrong. Let's look at SUI. SUI is really trying it, and yesterday we just wicked up to all-time highs. I presume SUI will probably continue now and break. If it breaks through all-time highs, it's looking great for altcoins in my opinion. There's a lot of spot accumulation here behind SUI at the highs, people buying spot, which is a good sign, but also open interest is high, yet negative funding, so we could short squeeze through all-time highs and really start to blast off. That would be, again, brilliant for altcoins, but we're at that point. It's not guaranteed. We're here at the highs. Like, I think it looks good, but we're at the highs. This is where you should have maximum caution. If we get the breakthrough and we start sending, perfect. I'll probably start to reassess my position and look around and be a bit more bullish. Realistically, what's going up at the minute? Memes. Okay, they can say this is a meme cycle, whatever. And if I miss that, I miss that. Like, that is what it is, but it's not where I think blockchain should be going. That's my personal boomerish like thought process. Fair enough. But if SUI, for example, starts to break out, yeah, maybe my mindset changes if we start to get through all-time highs, which we could do in the next few days. So my eyes are on that as well. So basically that's it to finish off the video, guys. I didn't want to be too deep with everything today. I just wanted to be absolutely honest with you, and I want to have a quick look at Total 3 and just show you like where we are. We are brinking a breakout, but the breakout could have one more pullback in it first, as long as we don't really violate, for example, on Total 3, as long as we don't come too much below like this area, 507, we could still pull back like 8, 9, 10% on Total 3, maybe more. Even maybe make a low here, flush everyone out, and then really send it. It's possible. It's possible. So where do I think we're going? Yes, I do think we're going up to some crazy market caps, higher than most people expect, but then I also do think in the short term, things are a bit scary, and that's essentially everything I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Just, it is caution. Caution is the word. Caution is the word. Look at the equity markets on a daily time frame. Bearish divergence here. We've got a higher high and lower high on the RSI, and we've lost the RSI's moving average. Let's see how the next few days to weeks play out. We've got a 3-week period, I think, where we could still be uncertain, and then we're going to know what's happening one way or another, probably with the election, and then we can see how the market prices that in or what the market does in reaction to that. And throughout that period, let's just not get too ahead of ourselves, but also like don't leave yourself completely out the market. Have some cash in case we come down, or if you're willing to ride down the volatility, ride it down. That's what I'm doing. I've been in the market long enough to know that it's not nice when it comes down, and you can always think, oh, I could have done better, picked up more at a certain price, and had a bigger bag, but you don't want to miss the bull run. So I'm going to leave you with both those sides of it. Sounds very contradictory, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. I am personally a sitting spot. I have not been this uncertain for a long while. I've been saying that for a month or so, because everything's telling me markets should be going up, but they're not going up. So that makes me think that they probably should come down, and something tells me they should be coming down by quite a heavy percentage to flush out open interest. And the only things that I can really lay my hands on are a black swan sort of natural disaster-y war sort of event that could do that. And I don't want to be the conspiracy guy, because I don't like being that guy because it sounds stupid, because it's not provable. But let's just see what happens. And if I'm proven wrong, fantastic. We all go on a bull run together, and we all stand around and clap our hands and say kumbaya and watch the price go up. And which is what I'd like to see. And like, I'm not saying that in a sarcastic way because I wouldn't like to see it. I'm just saying like that's what I'll be doing. I'll be here. I'll be bullish. If we start to rip through levels that I think shouldn't be broken. But again, for Bitcoin, I think that's an all-time high. And like by the time you're there, it doesn't really help anybody because we've already missed a large amount of the move from here. So you've got to be in spot, at least some. And then if you want to play it super safe and you think I'm right, have some cash on the side. Or you can do what I'm going to do and I'll probably try and hedge short if we start to get a little bit of a push up or look like we're going to break down. But then I'm just playing with fire a little bit. So let's see. Let's see. I'm sorry I'm no more help than that for you guys, but I have written more in depth about XRP and my thoughts there because I do think XRP looks different, which contradicts everything that I say because I don't think there's a world where Bitcoin can shit the bed and XRP doesn't do the same. But structurally, I think it looks different to Bitcoin. And if we look at Bitcoin XRP, that's actually something I did want to show you that I've just got sidetracked in my head. Credible Crypto pointed this area out as a reactionary area, and it makes a lot of sense to come down. If we test this area, that's where we can start to see a big push from XRP again, set a higher low, and then we're off, in my opinion. And that's where I think we are with XRP. We've got Ripple Swell coming up in like, what, 1 week now. And there's some exciting developments going on the ledger. For the first time, I feel very excited about XRP in terms of fundamentals, not just TA. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll leave it there. Share it with a friend if you enjoyed. Please do subscribe if you don't already. I put videos out every day. Well, sometimes I don't do it on the weekend, but pretty much every day. My name is Crypto Insight UK. Thank you for tuning in. Peace up. 8 times down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.